Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Royalty Room. Today we have a super, super, super special guest right here in LA. I want to welcome Miss Nailah Blackman.
Hi.
Thank you so much for coming. I know you're super busy, super booked all over the world.
Thank you for
Um,
having me.
Absolutely. What brought you to LA this time?
Well, I originally came to LA for Hollywood Carnival, and I had to pop over to New York and then pop back because this week is BT, so there's a lot happening in the city, and I felt like if I didn't want my trip to end, so I was like, let's go back.
I love that. I love that. So I'm mad. One, I didn't even get the memo that carnival was happening.
Oh,
I
really?
guess I was sleeping under a rock the past couple of years. It went right over my head, so I got stuck in the traffic. I live right like close by the area, and as soon as I saw somebody's costume on the corner, I was livid. I was like, "There's no way that I missed my moment." How was
Right.
it?
I didn't actually go to the carnival itself, but I did go to the main event. I performed at the main events,
That's
and
exciting.
it was energetic to say the least. I was so happy. I mean, it's been a while since I performed in LA,
Mhm.
so coming back, being able to touch base with my fans here, was pretty cool. Especially the Caribbean diaspora. It's not very large here, but they're mighty and they really know how to party. So it
Oh,
was
for
so
sure.
fun.
That is definitely something that we can agree on. How does it feel? I know there's like you said, it's not very many folks from the islands out here, but
Yeah.
like how is LA for you when you come here? Do you feel like we need more like food places or more events? Like what is it like for you?
What I love about LA is one, the weather, right?
Mhm.
But especially when you come around this time, because I mean, I know this is supposed to be like a hot place. That's what they say, but it was cold. It gives cold sometimes. And
Yeah.
I'm like, isn't it supposed to be like a sunshine state kind of
They lied
vibe?
to me. They honey, they lied to me too.
I come in my little strappy straps, and I'm like, but today's good, and for the whole week it has been fine. I love LA for the creativity that is here. I mean, as a creative, whenever I come out, it's always to do like a studio session, have like writing, like that kind of vibe is just great for me. Like I love that about here. It's just so saturated. You can't not create something cool and unique. And California was actually the first place that I visited outside of the first time I came to America. This is where I came. I mean, I
Wow.
stayed in Orange County when I was a little girl. So like I really know it to be like a place where I come and I create and I have fun. I also love the food as well too, because I like to eat clean. I like to eat vegan sometimes. I'm not vegan, but I like to eat vegan
Mhm.
sometimes. So there's a lot of like health restaurants, which is really good for me. So I get to be like picky. I'm a picky eater, so I get to be picky.
Okay. So we have some good things to say about LA. This is
Yeah.
this is refreshing to hear while I'm in it. Sometimes it's just like the only thing people do out here is complain about being out here.
Oh, really?
Yes, and it's mostly, the people that came from out of town or from the East Coast, but even the people that are from LA complain about the people coming to LA. And it's just like this is the place. This
Well,
is the one place.
I find that to be a little bit different because I've spoken to a lot of industry people, people in the acting industry, producers, and I kind of want to get a sense of like what it's really like because right now I'm still based in Trinidad, so I was like, I want to get a sense of like, do you really like here? And I've only heard positive things about
Really?
here. I really only
I love
have.
that.
I've only heard positive things, but I have to say there's a dark side. It is kind of
Yeah.
dangerous, and I didn't know that, so I learned that.
Yeah, as long as you have a good team around you, like that's, in the industry in general, no matter what city or area, as long as you have a good team around you, you're good. But I feel like if you come to LA, you don't have that team and you don't have that guidance and direction, it is easy to get lost or swallowed up or taken advantage of. That's actually like the one reason I came to LA to do entertainment law is
Hmm.
because my little sister, she's a choreographer, and it was, like, almost immediate. if you don't know about the industry and you're out here by yourself, it's like it's a lot of pitfalls that you could slip into on accident.
Well, I'm definitely not alone. I have a fantastic team
Yes!
behind me.
Tell me
So
about your team!
my manager and producer, Anson, at the head of it, is just he's sick. He's like a sniper with everything, working super hard. And now I'm recently signed to Big Money Records. And I'm super excited. Whoa, Money, the entire team have been so great to me thus far. And we've been working on crazy records, doing fantastic stuff. So it's only a matter of time, you know what I mean? And obviously hard work. So
That is honestly so exciting.
thank
Congratulations.
you.
How does it feel to be a Caribbean artist coming into a new label like this? Like how I feel like you guys don't get enough credit and enough love, at least this far, like on the like in Florida growing up, everybody is from some island somewhere, whether it's the Puerto Ricos, Dominican Republics, or Barbados, Trini. But I feel like the West Coast is just so far away. It's
Yeah.
a little bit disconnected.
Um, I think that like coming from the islands, there are not a lot of opportunities.
Mhm.
That's one thing that I would like to change with my career. I would like to pave the way for Caribbean musicians and artists because I mean, the good part about America is that there's just so much opportunity.
Mhm.
What you do with that opportunity is up to you, and that's how you tell your story. But for me, I feel truly blessed to have been given the opportunity to make it this far, to go further. Um, because it's super important if you have a good sound and you have a good image and you have your mind right, like the sky's the limit. Out of the Caribbean, there's so many talented artists.
Mhm.
Like when I tell you, there's talent everywhere. But as it seems now with social media and the world, it seems like if there's talent everywhere. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But when you get to come out into the world, see how people work, see how they work together, see how um it's not as complicated as it seems or as it used to be. You know, it's a lot more simpler and it's just about putting in the work, putting in the effort, and letting music flow through you. And that's what I try to do with my music so that the only thing the only thing is left is for people to receive my
Mhm.
music. You know what I mean? And I think I'm in the position for people to do just that. So yeah.
Well, I'm excited because just being in your presence, like your aura is just so positive. Like I feel like you're glowing through the
Thank you.
camera, like literally through my eyes right now. And I feel like that's exactly what comes through with your music. So we need more of that.
Thank you.
Um, and you just released a new record in May.
Yes.
Pressure, pressure, pressure.
Pressure. I'm so excited about this song because I think for a while now, like even before being signed, I was trying to find a fusion. I come from Trinidad and Tobago. I come from soca music. My grandfather is the creator of soca music, and it's something that soca has not crossed borders and crossed genres because it's something that Caribbean people get. We breathe, feel this music. This music gives us life. But for some reason, we haven't had consistent crossing of borders with this
Mhm.
music. And I was my manager, my producer, and we've been working on a sound that that can make the music cross borders. So Pressure is one of those records where it's soca, but it's kind of Afrobeat and it's kind of
Mhm.
pop and it's kind of R&B maybe. Like it's just a fusion sound that sounds new, sounds fresh, but so familiar, like so
Yeah.
familiar. The producers of this track is Team Salute out of London from Ivory Coast. They did such an amazing job on it. Even all the writers on the Big Money that worked on this song with me, like it is such a this song it's really pressure. You're gonna have to
Yeah.
listen to it. You're gonna
It's a
have to feel.
feel good.
Yeah, I feel it's one of those like summer songs that really make you feel like sexy and
Mhm.
flirty, but then
That's what
like
we need. Yes, ma'am.
sexy and flirty.
Saul, you might have to drop it so she can hit the move. She was already ready for it.
But like you could also just like not have a care. I think a lot of times life kind of weighs us down sometimes. Like
Yep.
we're just going. We're just kind of like in the zone, like paying bills, going. But sometimes you just need to take a moment and like put down your window and just like stick your head out the window a little bit and then just let the waves. That's what this song feels like.
You know what? Okay, you know what that just gave me in my head?
What?
It gave me Allison Hines.
Oh, you
Roll
know
it,
some
roll it, yo.
tunes.
Listen, I told you I'm really from Barbados in the soul, okay? But that's like literally what it gave me. Like that song was just such a female empowerment. Like we outside and
Yes.
girl,
I was thinking about that song just earlier. That's crazy
it's
that you
good.
mentioned that. It's really that empowerment song, as you say.
I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. And it just came out at the height of the summer. LA, I want to say it got warm just a couple of weeks ago. It's been
Yeah.
cold this entire year. So me, I'm not from the island, but I'm from close enough. I just miss the warmth so bad. And it's finally here. So I feel like this is the perfect time.
Yeah.
BET Awards. We're out here for the BET Awards. We had summer in LA has been hot, not just the weather just started getting hot. Like we have this whole Kendrick
Yeah.
world takeover, world domination. We had Juneteenth, all the events. Then we had Carnival, and now we have BET Awards.
Yeah.
So you're out here for the awards, and just not too long ago, you were the best international artist
I
recognized by the
was.
BET Awards.
Yes.
First of all, congratulations on that. I know it was
Thank
years
you.
ago, but that's huge.
Yeah.
What does it mean to you to be back for the BET Awards again this year?
I think this time around, I'm feeling like so. Back then, when I was nominated, I felt like if, wow, why am I here? Like, this is crazy. Like, I'd literally dropped like 3 songs. And I mean, they were doing amazing, obviously, but I was like so like overwhelmed by all the attention. Now being back, I mean, I just went to a BT event last night that was honoring producer named Chilli Bibi that I'm working with.
Get
And
out! That's my friend. I love
yes.
him. I was supposed to be there.
Oh, really?
Yes, I've been in court this week, so I wasn't like I'd sent him a message. I was like, I bought 3 tickets because I really wanted to support you, but I'm not gonna make it. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
He's
So
amazing though.
being out here in front of all these people, like in all these circles, producers, songwriters, actors, like I really have honed in on who I am and my artistry. And I'm like, this is where I'm supposed to be. You know what I mean? I'm super excited to be going to the next level, to be in the rooms that these amazing things happen in. So BT, I'm here. I'm ready. Holla.
Period. Period. She said she's here. As far as like you mentioned, Killa B, like you have a lot of great collaborations as well.
Yeah.
What has been like your favorite project to collaborate on so far?
Ooh, wow. My favorite project. Wow.
Or
This
person to work with or idea?
um you know, I've worked with so many people, but definitely one of my favorite people to work with has been Kes.
Mhm.
Um, Kes out of Trinidad and Tobago, and I would say Adekunle Gold. I did 2 songs with
I love that
Kes.
record.
Um, my first song ever, Workout, and then I did a second one on my album Technique, Timeless. Really amazing song. And I also did 2 songs with Adekunle Gold as well. We did a song together on Walshy Fire's album called Outside, and then we did a second one on his album called AG Baby, and that song did
Yep,
amazingly.
that was the one.
That was number one in Nigeria and in even other African states, and it was one that really was a good collab. I think he and I have a really good blend in terms of our voices. So yeah.
So it's I honestly wanted to ask you about that. I've been getting a lot of people because um a lot of people like to group the islands as one thing, one sound, one place. But they're also doing it with grouping the Caribbean with the Afro beats, like, as if it's
Mm.
just one big thing, and it's absolutely not.
It is not. But what I would say about that is that I'm not opposed to them grouping it like that, but I do want to differentiate the difference. The reason why I'm not opposed to it is because, Caribbean music is African music,
Mhm.
essentially. We are African people that were we taken from our home, brought to the islands. We were mixed with Indian, Chinese, Lebanese, this, that. We boiled down a pot, but we still kept our essence of home of Africa. And then we made something new. We made calypso, but calypso is still African music. We made soca, we made reggae, we made dancehall, but it's really still African music because it comes from us. And um so when you hear African music and you hear Afro beats and then you hear dancehall and you hear soca and you hear reggae and calypso, it doesn't sound the same, but it sounds familiar,
Yeah.
similar. It sounds like it could be grouped because we are one. And
Yeah.
the fact that we look for reasons to divide the world is like there all this division is just making us further away from each other when we should be closer together, when we should understand that the music that are being created more and more are made based on fusion, are made
Mhm.
based on understanding why like this sound and like this. If you think about jazz or rock or alternative or hip hop or all the genres that we have out there, they were all made from people coming together from different spaces and different walks of life and creating something new. That's what soca is. Soca is the blend of Indian and African rhythms. And so I'm still gonna represent for the African rhythms in soca to say we're still one. So if you want to group us as one, I'm not opposed to it, but we are different.
Yeah.
We are unique. And we do have our own story to tell that is much different than Afrobeat artists. And I would like to tell that story one
Yes.
day. I would like to tell it through my music, through my live stage performance, through my choreography, through my fashion, through everything. That is super important for me because that's what they're doing. They're telling their story of coming from Africa, coming from Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa, etc. You know what I mean? And I wanna go to Africa, so I'm like, hey, pick me up.
Oh, girl, we're going to Ghana in December, so, come
Yes.
along. I hear it's, the Coachella of Ghana, so,
Yeah,
we'll be there.
lovely.
It's kinda like, if you think about it, like, I'm so tired of hearing East Coast versus West Coast and East Coast versus West Coast, and then you
Exactly.
got the South, and then you got the Midwest. It's kinda the same thing, but I'm glad, like, we're talking about it on a global scale because lately it's just been so this side versus that side,
Yeah,
but it's just so much bigger than that,
it is.
especially in music.
It is. But everybody always loves to represent for their city. They
Mhm.
love to represent for their state or wherever they come from. So for me, I will always represent for Trinidad and Tobago, Trinity to the bone, Trinity till I dead. Like I'm gonna wave the flag the whole time, but it doesn't mean I'm against somebody from another island.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that.
So since you've been here, have you found any, roti that is
I have not. I wouldn't.
good to go to?
I won't. I wouldn't do
I've been
myself
searching
that.
for 5 years. I've been searching for 5 years. I haven't made it to Bridgetown Roti though.
Oh,
That's the one
really?
I've heard of.
Okay.
And I was in the area and they were closed, and I was like, I've been waiting on this for 5 years.
If I'm being honest, I would be scared to try roti from out here.
Yeah.
I would be.
That a lot of folks, because there's not very many Caribbean, like, even food, like, restaurants or caterers out here.
Yeah.
I did get, shout out to Dread Fresh,
Ooh,
amazing. I want to say he's from Antigua because
okay.
all of his stuff has that type of
Ooh,
flavor. But he catered one of my artist release parties recently,
lovely.
and before that, he catered my friend's daughter's birthday party. She did a One Love theme, and I said, okay, this might be the best Caribbean food I've had since I
Ooh,
moved to
what's his
LA.
name?
His name is Dread Fresh.
Dread Fresh. All right.
Yes.
Send the pen. We'll try it out.
I don't know about the roti. I'm still searching, but he can at least the rasta pasta, the curry, the beef patties, everything that he has to offer was phenomenal. So
Amazing.
you might have to call him. But I also heard, you're doing choreography, you're doing music, you're doing songwriting. I heard you also have some instruments up your sleeve.
Yeah, I actually started music from an early age. I was 4 years old when I started singing, but when I was about 11, 12, I started playing the guitar. And people don't really know this side of me, but I've played guitar for like 9 years. But
Wow.
actually, it's more than that now. I don't even know how old I am anymore. Am I doing that math right? Oh my God,
It's
it's like
okay. It's
14
okay. At a certain
years.
age, you stop
Wow.
counting. I'm still
Yeah.
25. Thank
Yeah, so it's been about 14 years now, and I have a huge side of me that people don't know. I mean, I am a singer-songwriter musician. Like that is my original style that I started with. That's not the style that I launched my career with. I launched
Mhm.
my career with soca music, which is very upbeat, up tempo. But if you want to know the real Nailah Blackman, give me a guitar
Wow.
and then you'll see. Yeah.
That's beautiful. Is that something like in the future we'll be seeing?
Of course, I think it's something because that's not where I started, and that like when you start in one lane, you kind of have to like keep up
See
that
it out.
momentum and build on it. I didn't intend to blow up with my first soca song; like it kind of just happened that way, and I was like, okay, great, I'll roll. Let's go with it. You know what I mean? That's kind of what happened. So it's definitely something I have to get back to. I will because I literally have a million songs, and they're not just like songs. They're like bangers
Yeah.
from Smashland, like you know what I mean. So I am really excited for people to see that side of me. I have teased that side of me over the years with my my acoustic renditions of my upbeat songs, but I would say there would be no match to the songs that were written originally like that, you
Wow.
know?
Yeah. I could picture like just a seat on the stage with the spotlight, with the
Yeah.
guitar, um, and just singing from the heart. What would be like your ideal show or collaboration or spotlight to be in? I know,
Ooh,
I'm asking
that's a
crazy
big
questions.
question. That's a big question. Wow. So the question is, what's my ideal show that
Yeah,
I
like what is the craziest vision you see for yourself? Like is it in London? Is it at the a specific place or with a specific person
ooh.
or
Um I definitely would love to sell out Madison Square Garden in New York
Ooh.
and have a really intimate moment, but then still like have all the drama, all the dances, all the like have it be like a full ride, like, from start to finish. And I would love to perform in France again, maybe to an open crowd because I did the Olympia in France
Oh wow.
and that was amazing. That's a famous concert hall. It was packed to capacity and it was beautiful. But I have attended like events in France where it was outdoors and it was so cool. I would love to perform at an event like that or perform before Coldplay. Like Coldplay is one of those artists that I really admire that band. So
Wow, that was
I
so left field. I love that.
I would love to like open for Coldplay and yeah, do my thing. That would be amazing. I
Wow.
love their style of concerts as well, you know?
Yeah. Well, y'all heard it here first. This is a place for manifestation where dreams are planted. So I can't wait to see that happen. I can't wait to see that
Definitely.
come to life. I really, really do appreciate you coming and sitting and sharing this with us and everybody else. For this summer, Are there any more surprises that we can expect?
Well, I'm definitely going to be releasing some more bangers before the summer is over.
Okay. Okay.
I have like two hot ones in my pocket. I have some dope collabs coming up. So honestly, y'all just gonna have to wait and see, but it's gonna be epic. I'm not gonna make you bored ever. You're gonna always have something new, something unique, and something to be like, oh my god, you're coming from me. So yeah.
I expect nothing less. Like, you are so multi-talented and so diverse. We literally went from Afro beats to Coldplay in a matter of a couple of minutes. So I can only imagine what's next. Like, I'm so excited.
You have no idea, actually.
I can't wait to find out then. So, where can all these beautiful people find you on all platforms?
You guys can find me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter at Nailah Blackman, aka Chilli Bibi, the snack of all snacks. But yeah, you guys can find me. Make sure and subscribe to my YouTube channel at Nailah Blackman Official. I have so much amazing music coming. Y'all don't want to miss out on it.
And I'm glad you said that. I also wanted to ask you about Chili Baby.
All right. So Chili Bibi is a snack in Trinidad,
Okay.
right? And it's really like corn that they roast and they grind down like dust, right? So it's like imagine eating like brown dust in a pack. They put sugar in it. It's really nice. Like kids, we love it. So it's a snack that it's a local snack from Trinidad called Chili Bibi.
And everyone wants it.
And everyone wants it. It's really sweet. It's brown and it's fine. It's like fine dust. But
Sweet, brown, fine.
come on.
Okay.
Come on, baby.
Better.
Come on, baby. Come on. Am I not describing myself?
No, I love that. Okay. That is exactly what I wanted to figure out. I was like, there has to be some deep meaning to this.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have to try the snack.
I'm a snack. Come on.
Period.
Come on.
And when is Carnival in Trini?
Carnival in Trinidad is in February 2025. So anybody who has some free time in February, make sure just clear your calendar, book your flights from now because they will
month?
get they honestly I don't know the exact date because it lines up with Ash Wednesday and it changes every
Okay.
year. So we follow the calendar. So just check out for when I should know this by now, but
That's okay.
come for the last week before Carnival. You have to experience the entire week to truly say you've been to Trinidad Carnival. You could just come for Monday and Tuesday, but you won't get the full experience. You have to have the parties. You have to have the entire leading up to the road, you know what I mean? But make sure and bring all your vitamins because you're gonna need to keep
Mhm.
up, you know what I mean? But yeah,
I
clear
made
your
that
schedule,
mistake.
book your flight. Come, come to Trinidad and Tobago.
Listen, I'm ready to book my flight now. It's
Mhm.
been on my bucket list for a long time, but now that I've met you and we've sat down, I'm gonna make it happen.
For sure.
So y'all could catch us at Carnival. Y'all could catch her at BET Weekend. Y'all could catch her on the internet, and y'all could catch the Royalty Room right here at Legal Queen of LA on all podcasts. And again, I know I've said it a million times, but thank you so much for being here.
Thank
And
you for having me.
we wish you the best of luck in every single one of your endeavors.
Thanks so much.
See you guys next time.
Bye.